everyone, welcome to Mindful Adventures. So for this evening's Zen, I was sitting in contemplation and a few things came up on my heart to share spontaneously, and it's around the topic of letting go. And a few weeks ago I posted a video on YouTube about the importance of us being very clear on exactly what it is that we may feel needs to be relinquished in order to be truly, free, happy, whole, and complete. And the reason why that's important, it's for obvious reasons. If you're not clear on exactly what it is that no longer serves you or those around you, then it makes the process much more difficult, potentially much more difficult than what it has to be. But there's an additional layer to that I feel that that more often than not it's not addressed, and so now's the time that I'll share it with you today. So in addition to being clear about what it is that needs to be relinquished and let go, you need to also take a look at this, all right? And I invite you to contemplate this evening and stick with it until you have clarity with this, because oftentimes when we take ourselves to be something else than what we really are, then along comes with that lots of effort, lots of stress, an entire story, an entire creation, really, of struggle and suffering around an idea or a notion of who we think we are that has what to let go of. Okay, and so for the evenings in practice around letting go, I'm inviting you to ask yourself one question in sitting in self-inquiry, and to stick with this question. Actually, it's going to be a few questions, but we'll start with the first one. So, when we have the idea, when the idea arises in thought that I need to let go of this, it could be anything. It could be a bad habit, certain thinking patterns or ways of being that have created suffering. Then by the time this thought is gone and the next thought comes in, who is there to do the letting go? One has to really, I think, be sincere in facing oneself directly with these types of questions, because oftentimes we may say, oh, well, now I'm getting a little bit too abstract and philosophical, but we have to keep in mind that all thoughts are abstract in nature, in the sense that when they come, they're already gone. And now by the time this thought has already left one's mind and has really disappeared in consciousness and returned back to its source, by the time this thought is gone and the next thought comes in, what are you? Who are you? Who are you to let go? Is there anyone inside who can do the letting go? Just sit with this for a moment. Let's say I say to myself, okay, I want to let go of the habit of smoking. Okay? So I'm sitting here. Now, if there is a habit of smoking, that means there exists a smoker. But if you're not smoking in this very moment, where is the smoker? Are you a smoker? If you're not drinking in this moment in your living experience, are you a drinker? Now, it's interesting because we look around the world and we say, okay, there's people who eat, there's people who sleep, there's people who are walking, there's people who are talking, but none of these things, we don't just, go around and say, they're an eater, and they're a talker, and they're a walker, and they're a speaker, when the person is not actually engaged in the act. So this is how we can start to really mindfully, with right attentiveness, pay close attention not only to the physical objects of perception, but also the mental objects of perception that arise in thought as a reflection in consciousness, to be very clear about what it is that we're processing and who it is that's doing the speaking. So the first thing is to make sure that the person that you take yourself to be exists in the first place. You have to be certain on this. This is, I feel like this is existence, really existence 101, right? And so to let go of anything requires the object of perception that needs to be released, and the releaser, or the being, or the person, the idea that we may take ourselves to be, that will do the letting go of. So of course that's not to say, hey, just, you know, give up everything and don't even make any effort to change or to let go of the things that, you know, may no longer serve you or the world around. It's not about being, what's the word, apathetic, or I don't know, I can't think of the word in this moment, but it'll come eventually. What it is about, though, is having the right attentiveness to be very clear and make a distinction between the thinker and the thought. Now, the thinker is the thought. Without the thought of letting go, then there is no thinker who can do the letting go of whatever it is to let go of. Now, if one is able to be still and silent, sitting patiently, watchfully, like a lion on the hilltop waiting for the prey, for whatever perceptions are arising, whatever emotions, and whether it's a one that we gravitate towards or one that we're trying to resist, take both equally. Good emotion, bad emotion, positive energy, negative energy, good habits, bad habits. I'm inviting you to see both equally and be silent and still as these different perceptions arise through consciousness. And in this, right, in stopping, not moving towards pushing away, and not moving towards pulling towards you, if that makes any sense, but being absolutely still and waiting for these perceptions to pass, waiting for the ideas of there being someone inside who can actually let go of anything. Because you'll see, if one is sitting silently, sincerely, being truthful, that by the time the idea is gone, what is left? Is there something to let go of? I think the first thing is, if we can really let go of the illusory sense of self, the illusory perceptions that come and go. I mean, it goes so fast, but by the time the idea is gone, are you even held in bondage? The thought actually escapes you before you can escape that which you think you're letting go of. So for this evening's Zen, for the mindful practice, I invite you to inquire, to sit and say, okay, from where does this thought arise from? Where does the thought return to? Is the one in bondage here right now? Where is it located? In the head, in the heart? Do you feel it in the pit of your stomach? Do you feel, butterflies in the stomach or tightness in the chest? Just bring your attention and your awareness to it. And sit. There's so much, so many beautiful approaches to dealing with these things. And of course, none of what I'm saying is to negate the beauty that's there in these various approaches, but one has to be very watchful about some of the things that may reinforce a sense of separateness, a sense of being damaged or defective, or a sense of needing help. Of course, there's nothing wrong with needing help. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes and seeing, okay, maybe this is a character flaw. Maybe this is something that really does have to be sacrificed, especially if it's causing harm physically and emotionally to yourself or to others. But in sitting silently, doing nothing, but being watchful, the letting go can happen on its own. And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, this sounds way too easy. I'd rather I'll engage in some esoteric work. I'll engage in some sort of, philosophical psychobabble, and philosophical debate to try and reach the truth. But the truth isn't far off about the being. It's just that we have to make sure that the perceptions first, clarity and all these perceptions are out of the way. The negative self-perceptions, even the positive self-perceptions, actually you can watch those with right mindfulness and attentiveness. You can see that all of these things are coming and going. Now, if you cannot hold on to the thought of letting go, we can't even hold on to one breath. How can there be a separate self that can actually let go of anything? So it's really, it's something else how the play of existence, Maya, the great illusion, can really appear, in our lives and create a sense of bondage where there really is none. All that we can really do at the end of the day is face ourselves directly, face our illusions directly, and in that come to clarity on what is here now. Is what you want to let go of here, right now, in this instant? Can it be located? If you would like to let go of anger, anger can have its proper place. There's plenty of room in existence for anger in the right context, maybe in the right moment when that moment arises. Maybe it's coming from a place of truth. Or if you want to let go of sadness, or if you want to let go of anything at all, right? Ask yourself, okay, I want to let go of my anger. Where's my anger? Is it here? Okay, well, no, I'm not angry at this moment. I need to wait until it comes up again. Okay, so then wait. Again, like a lion on the hilltop, wait, watchful, and ready. Not that you're looking for the worst to arise, and not like you're looking for anything in particular to arise, but see if it can be located. And in stopping, being still, one comes to the true knowledge, that which you are, and that which can never come and go, that which cannot be created or destroyed, but that which is forever and ever. It's timeless. And with that realization, the let go happens on its own accord. So may all beings come to true peace, freedom, and love, harmony with oneself, all of existence. Namaste.